So welcome traders. This is our gold rush daily, whereby we do analyze gold each and every day. And these are the setups that today's on Wednesday. On Monday we had some setups. On Tuesday we also these on Monday actually. These on Monday we had these particular setups here, as you can see there. On Tuesday, we had also some very nice setups. That was yesterday. We had a setup that hit TP. We were also able to engage in some buys, especially during the CPI data that came out yesterday. We saw the CPI data, which was positive, all right, which was negative. If you look at the data that came out yesterday, these CPI data, CPI year after year was the actual was less than the forecasted, and therefore the dollar weakened. And the reason why we were looking at some buys during the momentum of the news right here, we had some buying opportunities that we did there. And today, we look at what we anticipate today. So I'll just delete these setups here for the sake of making my charts clean, so that you can have a very clean chart when you're analyzing. So all these setups, I have already journaled them. So I have the screenshots and everything. Remember, when you're trading, it's important to make sure that you journal your trades so that you can be able to evaluate your performance, how you are faring. Okay, because you might be gallivanting or tethering, what I call the tethering spirit. You might be tethering, thinking that you're doing any progress, whereas you're not doing any progress, right? So here, what we are seeing is some bit of choppy prices. Yesterday we had some bit of consolidation, even though the CPI tried to give some momentum. But what we can see here, it was more of a consolidation. And you can confirm that from the daily candle. If you go to the daily candlestick yesterday, all right, you can be able to see what you're talking about. You see how the daily candle closed yesterday. So we were looking at this particular move, the uptrend here. Then we have the price consolidating in a an upward trajectory, right? Within an ascending channel, and we were anticipating a breakout on the downside. Okay, so if you have been following what I've been analyzing, I've been talking about this breakout on the downside. And yesterday I was looking at some bearish day, and the reason why I was selling, you can see the price had dropped all the way to this level before now the CPI came and pushed the prices higher because of the weaker dollar. Okay, so this is the daily time frame. So what we were anticipating is the price to at least come to some levels here. Remember, this is the daily order block. I use the ICT concepts, the order block, to be specific, the order blocks. That's what I trade. Okay, so but allow me to push you slightly back on the weekly time frame, so that you can be able to see how we have been looking at prices here. Right, we have been seeing price consolidate in a bullish peanut, right? You can see that consolidation. We were in an uptrend, and then the price is consolidating in a bullish peanut. So this kind of a pattern usually gives us a breakout on the upper direction. Okay, so when you see this kind of a bullish peanut, higher chances, not 100%. Remember, there is no strategy that is 100%, but higher chances, it gives us an indication of price pushing on the upper direction. Okay, so when now you come to the daily time frame, now we start viewing price in different perspective. Number one, when you're using order blocks, you know how to use the order blocks, how to identify a high probability order block. Number one, you have to identify a BOS. So when you look at this particular point here, this is the highest, this is the lowest point, and this is the highest point. So meaning when the price pushed below this low point, it created what we call what? A break of structure, a BOS, or what others call a BMS, break of market structure. And therefore now we can be able to mark this candle, the last buy candle here, before this sell momentum, being our order block. All right. So to know more about the order blocks, because right now what I'm doing is just an analysis of what you're anticipating, is not teaching about the order blocks, but I have a very nice video in my YouTube. I'll be showing you where to get it, whereby I've discussed how to trade the order blocks, how to identify high probability order blocks, and trade avoid those high probability order blocks. Okay, so for now we are just doing the analysis. So when you look at these kind of price action that we are seeing, our anticipation was the price to push slightly lower, all right, to push slightly lower. As you can see, we can be able, let me fine tune these like that, okay? So we anticipated the price to push at least slightly lower. But now the CPI, you can see yesterday's candle closing as a bullish candle, but there was a lot of consolidation. The reason why you see long wicks at the top and long wicks at the bottom, meaning consolidation. And when you come now to the 4-hour time frame, you're able to see the consolidation that was happening yesterday, right? And one thing that we have been looking for, Adol, what I said is, you see this level that I've marked here. The moment we see price break this particular level, then what we anticipate is to see a very bearish trend for the price to fill this imbalance. So we are monitoring this from the 4-hour time frame, from the daily time frame. This level has not been broken. For a breakout, for a valid breakout, we look at where the body of the candlesticks closes below this point, not the wicks. Here, what you are seeing are the wicks. All right. So what we want to see is a break below that particular point. All right. When you look at this kind of price action again here, what we are seeing is what I call imbalance. So here we have imbalance, here we have imbalance. What is imbalance? Imbalance is whereby you have consecutive sales candles or where you have very long consecutive buy candles. That is imbalance. The price doesn't move in imbalance. It has to balance itself. All right. So the reason why we might see price maybe probably pushing up to this level. I think when we go to the 1-hour time frame, we had a level here whereby we are looking at some selling opportunities in case price comes to this level. So this level is still valid. Okay, that level is actually very visible in the 15 minutes time frame. All right, so you can see this is the level. We had the drop, then the price consolidated in the bearish peanut. We were anticipating the breakout below, as you can see there. We had that down the breakout creating the BOS. So we anticipate this price at some point to push up to this particular point, and then now we get some selling opportunities. How do I take my sales or my entries? I usually target 100 pips, all right? And when the market moves half of my target, that is 50 pips, I take my TP1 and then I put my stop loss at break even to target for TP2. So I don't swing gold. I day trade, right? I usually day trade gold or scalp maybe probably when we have impact news. So now, let me take you slightly back to the 1-hour time frame. So what you can see here is quite some bit of consolidation. All this is price consolidating, okay? And with this consolidation, what it tells us is that when you see a downtrend, then the price consolidates in a bearish rectangle, because this is a rectangle. We can say this is the resistance, below is the support. What mostly happens is that we usually tend to see a continuation of the trend, okay? Higher chances, because these are chart patterns. You have to really understand the chart patterns. They really work well again when you combine them with the ICT concept. So these are the chart patterns. We call these a bearish rectangle. When we have a downtrend, then consolidation. So we anticipate that higher chances, according to these chart patterns, the price will break out on the downside. When is the price going to break out? That we can't tell until we see the breakout. So ours is to monitor the breakout. Once we monitor the breakout, once we see the breakout, then we are able to engage. Okay, once we see the breakout, we are able to engage. But according to these chart patterns, we might see the price come all the way down to this particular point. And this particular level, that's where we have our some buying opportunities here. From this particular level, we have some buying opportunities because this is the 1 hour. This is the entire of this sell candle. You can see here the entire. Let me put it clear. The entire of these sell candle that you can see here is an order block, right, from the 1 hour time frame. But now, if you look at the risk of this order block, again, it's a 115 pips. So for me, how I trade, the gold setups that I take, they are usually 50 pips stop loss maximum. I don't exceed 50 pips, and my risk to reward ratio is 1:2. So I risk 50 pips. That is the maximum I can risk, and then I target 100 pips so that it can give me a risk to reward ratio of 1:2. All right. So remember now I've said there is no strategy that is 100% perfect, but the strategies we teach or the strategies I use, they are high probability strategies. All right, that giving you a high win rate. So that is my anticipation, the price to break below this level, and then now we continue seeing a bearish continuation of the bearish. However, in case the price decides to pull a surprise, then push up to this particular zone, then at this particular level, we'll be looking at some selling opportunities. You can see that clearly from the 15 minutes time frame, this level. So allow me to delete this consolidation, this box I was marking consolidation, so that we can have clear prices, right? So that's what I am anticipating. So in case the price comes here to this level here around 33.76 and 33.81, then I'll be looking for some selling opportunities. Okay. So another thing that I'll be looking at today now, seeing at what the price is doing, right? Looking at what the price is doing, because even yesterday with the consolidation, the reason why I love ICT, with the consolidation, we were still able to get some sales, because you can see here we had a BOS, and then we have this order block that we had marked here, and the price pushed on the downside. Okay. Again, even during the CPI, the price had created a BOS here. Then we have this order block that was able to push the price all the way down. Also here we had a BOS, right, at this particular point. Then this being our order block, the price came there. But now, because this during the evening or past 10 p.m. we don't have much volatility, and the reason why the price consolidated now and then opened today, like you can see there. So what am I looking at today? So what I'll be looking at, my anticipation is still I want to see some bearish sentiments, all right? So I'm still bearish with gold. So, but for me to be able to take a trade, I'll want to see first of all the price drop, all right? Break below this level. And then now, once it drops, that it will have given me a BOS here, all right? So then I will after the BOS, now once I see where the price will create the BOS, therefore I'll be able to look at where the order block lies, and then now I can be able to look for our very nice selling opportunities. Okay. Apart from that, in case the price pushes up to this particular level, then I have an entry here whereby I'm looking at some selling opportunities from that level that I mentioned, that 376, that 380, that's the zone whereby I'll be looking for some selling opportunities. All right. So my bias is still bearish, guided by the chart patterns that we have been able to see. But you know, anything can happen in the markets. We have the tariff. Trump can maybe give a speech anytime or pull a surprise, and we see the market reacting. You know, gold really tends to be very receptive to such kind of news, geopolitical tensions as well. So the reason why, again, having proper risk management is very significant. All right, having proper risk management is very significant. So in terms of what is listed in the Forex Factory calendar, today we don't have any high impact news for gold. So, I expect today to be purely technical. So let's see what unfolds, and I will be able to alert us. So make sure that you are in my Discord, Gold Trading Club Discord. I have a Discord channel that is a Gold Trading Club, whereby I usually alert my followers when I have when my entries, when I'm taking any trades, I usually alert them. Let me show you that. Right, let me show you that. That is Discord. This is the Discord. So you have to register via Discord. Okay, so this is Discord. So my channel is Team Forex Traders Launch. That's the name I use. So you can see all this, all right? You can see all this, all this, all this. This is why I usually give alerts in terms of the trades that I'm taking, okay? So all that, okay? So make sure you join. If you want to join, maybe probably you can inbox me, all right? You can inbox me via TikTok, you can inbox me, and then I'll be able to um I'll be able to share the link with you. All right. Then also, I usually have the YouTube channel. All right. So if you want to, but let me share that in a few. So I'll talk about the YouTube channel in a few. So that's what we are looking at for gold today. So what I wish you is you stay focused, you stay disciplined, and you trade with purpose.